on, boss.
You ready?
Yeah.
This is Kugan Cassis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're at Madison Square Garden here in New York. Delighted to be joined by Anthony Joshua. So, tell me about your YouTube channel.
Wow, straight in. The YouTubers. If you haven't subscribed, type in the name. You'll probably see the subscription page. It's just like all my documentaries, all my fights. Because you know nowadays they're hot on keeping it off of different pages. So I've kept all my rights. It's not just about having content. We own all our content and we can just put it all on there. And it's good to catch up about the journey and behind the scenes, bro. You know what I mean? What is the interview be on there?
You can have it.
Yeah?
You want a content share? I'm all up for that.
Oh, content share. So we get first release?
Yeah.
Alright, perfect.
We'll talk about that. I'll talk about that with the team.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, all good, man. All good, all good. What time is it back in London? It's 2:15 here.
7:15.
In London? Oh, that's right.
Okay, did you kind of have an inkling that he was possibly going to
Yeah, I said earlier,
push you or what?
Oh, not the pushing, but I just feel like Big Baby is like a parrot, bro. Like, as I said, you put the top 5 heavyweights on that stage and he'll say the same thing about each and every one of them and talk the same smack. So I feel like he ain't gonna do anything different when it comes to me either. So Big Baby is Big Baby. You know, you cut him in half. You know, you won't see no heart, kidney or lungs. He's just a disease, bro, a rotten disease, and that's just who he is, in my opinion.
Did you feel like you were kind of getting drawn into kind of some of his talking?
It's good. It's good. It's fun. I was having fun with it. You know, you give as good as you get, right? You don't fight fire with water. In my mind, you fight fire with fire.
I know, but it's disrespecting of the mothers and.
It's good. She's beautiful, though. She is beautiful. She is beautiful. There's no denying that. There's no denying that.
Anthony, is it fair to say that Miller was kind of option number 4 on the list?
You know what it is like. What have I done? Look, with all due respect, Fury had 1 win against Klitschko and is now a boxing god. Wilder's been pro and had 40-odd fights and is the best heavyweight the world's seen. I fought them all, bro. Bar the top 3. Do you know what I mean? Waiting in half the time for the major world title belts. Doing unbelievable things and achieving great things in boxing. It's not that Miller's number 4. It's just that the top 3 didn't want it. Do you know what I mean? That's just as simple as it goes. How can you try and blacklist a heavyweight fighter when it's you've been offered biggest payday, you're fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world, the biggest audience against a British fighter who, you know how British fighters never used to get any credit. It's all about one face, one name, one champion. You know, it's not so much that he's the last option, it was just that the top one wasn't interested in having all of these things laid in front of him. What more do I have to do to get these fights popping for the fans? So what I did, I looked at New York, I said, all right, Eddie, get me the next best thing or the next thing close to what we could do in Wembley. MSG, it's the best arena, one of the best, not stadium, one of the best arenas in the world. And Big Baby is a good way to get into the American people's mind because he's from Brooklyn, he's New York, raised, he's up and coming, he's undefeated. And what was the other thing? He's up and coming, he's undefeated. And he's on the zone as well, so it's just easy to...
You were reluctant to come to the US though, weren't you?
Do you know why? Because it's not so much alright, if I was booming in US, see how it's booming in, don't worry about all that. Sorry about the noise, people, they're just clearing up. But don't worry. But if it was booming in New York or in America as big as it was booming in London, we wouldn't be in a rush to go to UK. It's just because UK is UK that people want to disregard everything that we do. Even you as a boxing channel, they probably gave you a hard time at the start. But you've got to kind of prove yourself. So that's what it was, is about paving the way, innit, for UK fighters. That's why I made sure I stepped up early, fought for the British, skipped the European straight to world, got all my hands on the belts, and continue to represent the sport. And now we're coming to take over another territory.
Anthony, Dylan Whyte, from what Eddie Hearn was saying, knocked back 3 offers. Were you kind of at the end of this without, that
simple
you
as this, yeah.
offered him the most money you could have offered him for the fight?
Yeah. It's even coming to a stage where it's like all this percentage talk and shit like that. It's never been heard in boxing. Remember, right? I'll be as humble as it comes across. He's a challenger, bro. Don't forget that. Like all this, I know my worth and shit. Yeah, like don't let greed get in the way of what you do this for. It's about like fighting for these heavyweight championship belts. Like if you're the king of the division, come and fight me, prove it. You beat me fair and square, you're the king of the division. So be it. But as a challenger, I've given you double and more what you've ever seen to fight for the titles in front of the biggest audience. Like, who will he fight next? Povetkin. He fights my leftovers and does well.
Or Brazil.
Brazil, like I've beat Brazil already. Who will he fight as well? Povetkin. I've beat him already. Who else is there that he wants to fight? So it's like, now you had a chance to fight for the world title, but you didn't want to do it. So what can I do, innit? It is what it is.
Did they come to you with and say this is what we want, or is it?
No.
Do you know what they wanted, or what it would have taken to have made that fight with Whyte?
Well, I offered the guy like over £5 million.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you want me to do? Not take home a penny? Do you know, that's basically what it is, isn't it? Like, let's blacklist Joshua. I don't know. As I said, I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm not trying to boast and brag about anything. I just want to fight. Do you know what I mean? So, as I said, the stats and facts. We come to New York, the most iconic arena in the world. We've done what we've done. So there's no shutting down what we've created. I think we've just worked extremely hard, extremely smart, and everyone can be a part of it, including challenges. Like Jarrell Miller stepped up and he wants to shot it, so come get it. No problem.
What do you make of Fury's deal with ESPN?
It's good for him. It's good. I don't know so much what it'll do for boxing.
Does that drive your fight, a potential fight with Fury, further afield?
We offer Fury like a massive deal as well to fight April 13th, and if that didn't entice him, I don't know what will. I definitely couldn't afford to pay him 80 million for the fight, so that's that. But
would you rule out going to ESPN to fight him if you had to?
You're talking like broadcaster stuff where if I answer what you're saying now without doing enough extensive research, I might get myself in a pickle.
Fair enough.
So
I just said, do you rule it out? That's all.
Do I rule it out or him being on ESPN and the fight happening?
On ESPN?
No.
What, as in you don't rule it out or it wouldn't happen?
No, I don't rule it out because I feel like as a fighter, I'll be like, I want to fight Fury. Same thing we done with the when it was with BT. We gave him a lucrative offer, and it's up to the broadcasters to kind of put their issues aside and make it work, I think.
But will you commit your future to a US broadcaster for longer than fight-by-fight deal?
Same thing again, you have to do extensive research, see where the market's going and make sure you're leading the pack, because it's better to do it early on than 2 years down the line. I like to get involved early and build with a company than to kind of join later on. So it is good to commit, but you have to do enough research and predict the future. So you're involved in the big fights and you're kind of I'm controlling my own destiny. Mayweather taught us, innit? Mayweather's like an icon. Look at the young kids, they get to see the belt. Come on. Mayweather showed us, didn't he, how to control your own destiny, be a smart businessman and a champion at the same time. So you have to do your research and do what's right for yourself and be smart in the game. It's important.
Where is Wilder in your thoughts at the moment? I know he's not as in fighting-wise, you're focused on doing the first, but where is he in all this at the moment? We don't know whether he's going to rematch Fury next or
now
not.
It just shows like, look, you didn't want to come to the UK to fight. In terms of the offer with the dough, I swear to God I didn't see no offer. And
when I've spoken to you before, you kind of said that, all right, I'm asking you, do you believe that the 50 million was there or not then now?
I don't believe it was, bro. I don't believe it was. Because I didn't I could get like messages up. Like see when
Dylan says he knows, by the way. But
what? Oh, the money was there.
Apparently, that's what Dylan said to Eddie the other day.
But Dylan was on TalkSport saying that I gave him his lowest offer. Like I paid him less than Chisora, but I got email proof that we paid. So like, are you gonna believe? Well, it's up to you, but you can't believe everything someone says. I think. Do you know what I mean? No, you can't believe everything someone says. So from the horse's mouth, I don't believe it was there because I didn't see it.
Fair enough.
And it's good that I'm here now because God willing, I win June 1st. It just shows that. How to explain it? It just shows that I can come to your territory and dominate as well. So, it puts us in a powerful position.
Do you feel like there's a possibility you get emotionally too involved in this fight?
You have to be emotionally involved.
No, but you got emotionally involved in that Dylan White fight.
Oh, with Dylan? And I still knocked him out.
Okay, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, with Miller.
Check out on my YouTube channel.
With Miller getting too emotionally involved, because we see bits of you there that we don't usually see, shall we say.
You pushed me, but I didn't do anything. I just said, come and face me off like a man. Like.
Yeah, but even in the press conference.
What press conference?
The press conference we just had for 55 minutes.
Oh, what, talking?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good banter. Like, you've got to, mate, let me tell you something. This is all about experience. You've got to deal with the trash talkers. You've got to deal with the humble ones. You've got to deal with the ones who are quiet but want to knock you out. You've got to deal with it all. This is part of boxing. This isn't golf. Do you know what I mean? Like, these guys are coming to fight. So you just got to deal with it all. Like, you've got to deal with the Americans. You've got to deal with the Ukrainians, the Russians, the British, you know, the Cubans. And everyone is brought up differently, has a different background and culture, and you just have to, you know, roll with the punches. And I just have fun with it. Like, for me, I'm going to go back, have some food, chill, and it doesn't affect me. Like, it's not personal. I'm not going to be like ranting, like, can't wait to get my hands on. I'm not really like that. So it's just part of the business. I said, like, June 1st / June 2nd, he'll be irrelevant. So in terms of like a 10-year span or 50-year span of life, 10 to 14 weeks of Miller in my life is not really that important, so I don't take it too personally.
What happens June 1st, finally?
You gonna get knocked out. I think, like, when you're so shit, you gotta talk yourself up. When you're so good, you ain't gotta say so much. He talks a lot of shit. That shows how shit he is in the fight.
All right, Anthony Joshua, I know you've got other things to be doing, so I appreciate your time here.
Don't blame me, you got other things to be doing.
I haven't
By the
got
way,
nothing
check this
to be
video
doing.
out on my YouTube channel. Like, comment and subscribe.
Check out your YouTube channel.
What are you on about? I can't believe you're rivaling me on a YouTube channel.
I'm not rivaling.
You are.
I'm not
Why
travelling around.
are
doing
you
this.
start a YouTube channel?
It's just
You're
kind
on pay-per-view.
No, whoa, no.
You're on pay-per-view, earning $38 million a fight.
Cut the camera, man. The tax man gonna
You've
come
got to
out.
take my money as well.
when he said about taxes, I was like, no. American taxes. I was like, you right there.
Thank you very much.